What's going on? This is Discodoggy. I am going to finish up what I started last night, the very best 7.0. This is part 2. What I'm doing this for is because there's going to be a lot of pet battlers who are, a lot of new pet battlers next week when the Sign of the Critter is up, when we have people doing the very best quest, trying to win 5 PvP pet battles for that lovely ultimate stone. So last night, let me just give you a quick recap. I played with a Dundid Kid, which is a Ghastly Kid, a Scalded Basilisk Hatchling, and a Fiendish Imp. That's in the vein of Haunt and Stall. I played with Terror Dance, which used the Clone Dance strategy. I don't know why I said it all weird there. The Clone Dance strategy, along with a Teroclaw Hatchling as a third. Very powerful team. And then I used one of my mine teams. This is a mine team right here. Obvious Bird. So where you throw the minefield down, use the imp to swap. So yeah, let me try another one. Another one of my best teams. It's called Used and Abused. It is another Haunt and Stall team. Very powerful strategy. You haunt with the kid, and then you stall with the other 2 pets. This is much more stally than the last Haunt and Stall, in the sense that the Teroclaw Hatchling can stall with the dodge, and the Basilisk can Crystal Prison and feign. There's a lot of stalling going on here, while the Ghastly Kid haunts. So yeah, very powerful strategy. Let's see who I have to face here. And by the way, I just got on and I'm ready to go do my 7.1 stuff. It's actually 7.1 today. Today's the first day of 7.1, but I am trying to finish up 7.0. I'm sorry, I'm trying to finish up my very best teams from 7.0. Now let's see, this team, I want to say it's a little bit problematic. I got to be really careful here because my opponent is going to try to swap me into the mines. So mines are going to go down right now. It's a good thing to do against a Ghastly Kid. That's fine. Now, I'd be an idiot if I were going to bring my... I'd be an idiot to bring my Basilisk in. So I'm going to bring my Teroclaw Hatchling in. And I'm going to go straight to my dodge. He may try to swap right here. So I could have head gamed a little bit and tried to... No, good. Glad I didn't. Try to get an extra turn in there, but I didn't need to do that. So let's see, what's he gonna hit me with? He's gonna club me. I think I should be good. He's down to 398. He's gonna get some damage off on me here, so I do not want to lose my racial, even though I'm the same speed as these. Oh, that hurt. Other pets. Well, I lost my racial there, so I'm not gonna take a chance here. This is weak against beasts. I'm going to bring my beast in, and then all things considered, not so bad. You know, I have a full health Ghastly Kid about to pop back up on the back line there, and almost full health Basilisk, and I pretty much thwarted a major, well, pretty much his entire plan, which was to put a minefield down and then bring me into it with Death Grip. So I'm in good shape now. Alright, well, if you think I'm gonna stay in for all those green arrows, you got another thing coming. Now, speed pets can be problematic. Let's see. Hey, our haunt is off CD. We're just gonna go right into another haunt. Alright, and now he used that move. Oh, demolish. What? Oh, shock and awe. Okay. Let's see here. What are you gonna do now? I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think he's gonna ion cannon me. I'm gonna not take any chances. I'm just gonna dodge right now. Yeah. Probably would have been better off doing something else. And there they go. Yeah, you know, kind of don't blame them. They didn't have the greatest team around. They were trying for some synergy with the minefield. This is a brutal team. I'm glad I don't see it very often. I would cry. I already almost cry whenever I see Dunded Kid. Okay, of course, I don't really almost cry, but I'm just like, oh crap, how am I going to beat this? And I think this team is actually a little bit harder to beat. I mean, the Teroclaw Hatchling and the Fiendish Imp do different things. But the Teroclaw Hatchling is better than the Fiendish Imp. They're both on the first tier of pets, but I think the Teroclaw Hatchling is the best. Okay, so there you have it. That is probably my best team there. I just wanted to show you something else. 90%. I mean, who's going to complain about a 90% win rate? Not me. So I'm saying, oh, it's way down here at 90%. But, well, that's still good. I'm actually surprised that this team's done as well as it has. And the Iron Starlette is on this team. I don't generally think of this as a really good pet. However, the HH has worked out rather well for me. The reason I like the HH is because it gives you a little bit of extra health. Maybe that translates into a few more rounds to get your Powerball up. So I find you can outspeed pets and still have some health left over to work with. Fiendish Imp, we talked about that last night. Great pet, first tier, one of the best pets around right now. Use your Immolate, use your Nethergate to get rid of any threats on the front row. Head to the back line, let your Immolation heal you up thanks to the humanoid racial. It's great. Now, Bronze Whelpling is, I have that on the second tier right now. I think it's moved up since Warlords from the third tier because low health pets had a big problem in Warlords because of all the AoE damage. I think we're free to use like all these 1400 health speedy pets again, and so I've actually had some success with the Bronze Whelpling because of that. It's similar to the Scalded Basilisk Hatchling. It has a crystal prison, it relies on being faster, and it's actually a little bit faster. Very weak against mechanicals since its main attack is a magic attack, but that's why the Imp is here, to burn them down. So this is, 90%. And I don't have any of these like massive number of win teams like I had in Warlords. Like, look at that. I played 563 battles with that. I played 461 battles with that. Really, in Legion, I haven't been playing. I haven't been doing pet battles as much. I've been actually enjoying the expansion. So, I've been a little bit off my game, but I said, November, I'm going to get back into it. Here we are in the last week of October. And that realization has hit me again that, World of Warcraft is just going to go on and on and on. Leveling my characters, gearing up, it's a never-ending task, okay? So I might as well just get back into pet battles and then go about my other business slowly. So I'm back. Welcome back to me. All right, well, let's hope that this lives up to its name and it ends up being one of my very best. Let's see which of these teams have good win rates. That one's good, pretty good. They're up there around 90. We haven't talked about it yet, but Graves and Ghastly Kid, still an amazing combo. Maybe I should try to make a new team right now. Well, I guess it wouldn't be my very best because it would be a new team. But I have to say, that combo gives me a lot of trouble still. When I fight like Lenoka using his McSwaggles team, Imp, Ghastly Kid, and Graves, that team gives me a lot of trouble. I have to pretty much counter it with Darkness, else I don't know that I can beat it without Darkness. But so perhaps I should talk about Darkness teams. Pretty good win rate, 88.2% for 169 battles. That's pretty solid, actually, for that many battles. 88.2. Let's run Rich Girls after this, and then that'll be my 3 teams for today. And then I can go out and collect some of those new raiding with leashes pets, and I can, I don't know, do new stuff, I hope, on my druid, which is my main. Okay, well that didn't work out so well. We'll just call it a win. No, I'm just kidding. Am I kicked out of the queue? Let's jump right back in there. Please don't tell me I'm already queued for a pet battle. Oh, come on. Oh, there we are. All right. Apparently there's a little bit of lag going on. As far as the strategy with this team goes, you kind of got to play it with ear. Generally, you want to start with your imp, get your immolation up, maybe take a little damage with the imp and go to the back line. But this team is actually pretty fluid. There's not a clear-cut order of pets that you should use like some other teams. Let's see. Okay. Graves, still good. Alright, well I'm going to do this here. I got to be careful with my imp because Graves can put a hurt on the imp in the back line. So I'm going to let this guy go ahead and get up his immolation. It's okay with me. And I'm going to keep my imp in right now. Oh boy, he's going to keep his Corefire imp in. Okay, this is not good for me. I'm going to back out of this deal right here. Here's why. If I go toe-to-toe with the Corefire imp, that's going to leave my Fiendish imp with low health. And the last thing I want to do is take my Fiendish imp to the back line when there's Graves out here doing damage to the back line. I'm sorry, take my imp to the back line with low health while Graves is out here doing damage to the back line. See, you just keep saying it and eventually it's going to come out right. Thought about liftoff right there. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go for the big damage right here. Alrighty. Go ahead and dodge this. Or avoid this. I don't know that that was necessarily a great idea right there. Okay. Graves would have been better off using Grave Destruction there. That was actually a bad move on my part. That was a very bad move on my part. Okay. Well, I don't know what you're doing there, buddy, but you sure took care of my dragon. Alright, well, send Graves to the back line so he can't do anything to me. Alright, well, why was that a bad move? Because Graves should have probably used his AoE to hit me on the back line. But I don't want to get into that right now. I am going to think about this because I can still see myself losing here due to this pesky Corefire imp. So either way, unless he swaps right there and sleeps me, which isn't going to happen, I'm in good shape. I think that right there is good game, because one of these pets is going to die right now. Okay, maybe it's not good game. Fun. Okay. If I get put to... Oh, he doesn't have a sleep. What does he have? He has Dark Flame. Oh, he has Weakness. Weakness can be hard to deal with. I'm not feeling excellent about this yet. Imp is not a good sweeper. Weakness is going to mess me up here if he has it. Okay, he doesn't have weakness, so I'm in good shape. I should get the kill, not here, but after this. Oh, there's a chance that I might not win this. That was cutting it close. Okay. What did I do wrong? I'm saying, hey, this is one of my best teams. And then I almost lost to a somewhat mediocre team. Okay. What did I do wrong there? Because that was too close for comfort. Well, I did make the one mistake. It didn't actually end up being a mistake because Graves threw his skull at me. But I thought that Graves was going to use his Grave Destruction. And so he could have used his Grave Destruction. And then I would have killed him. Wait. Okay, I'm forgetting the sequence now. Sorry. I just felt like I should have taken Graves to his immortal round rather than go and lift off. But who knows? I'll have to look at the video again. But there's that team. What was the other pets? What were the other pets I used? The Imp was okay. Bronze Whelpling did okay. The Iron Starlette had a tough time against that Corefire Imp. I don't know. Sometimes battles just don't go the way you think they're going to go. But, again, this team... oh, not that. Oh, and that's only since April 2015. That's when... Wait, what? What just happened? How did I... Anyways, I thought I was seeing my overall win rate. Let's go back to this one last team here. Rich Girls. And I say go back because it's a WOD team. It is a Warlords team that is still extremely viable. You know what? I know this was on the very best video, but Bronzemaster Arson, you know, I get in a lot of close battles like that. I don't know. I'm not feeling comfortable that I put it on the list now. So take that one with a grain of salt, all right? Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at not over 90% now, but only 31 battles. That's not a very big sample space, so I got to back out of that one. Okay. Rich Girls, however, I'm feeling very confident is still a good team. As far as ease of use, I'd say Rich Girls is not way up there as far as ease of use goes because you got to be really careful with your Junglebeak, not to take too much damage with your Junglebeak. Bone Serpent, great pet. I still have it on the first tier, but I need to take that one to the forums, see what other people think, because I don't know if it's up there really with the Fiendish Imp and the Teroclaw Hatchling. You know, I was fairly confident when I made the list last night, but now I'm just like, yeah, does it really belong up there with those two pets? I mean, first tier means you can build a team around it, and your first tier pet can carry it. So much of the Bone Serpent relies on its synergy with the Nightshade Sproutling. So let's talk about that while we're waiting impatiently. Darkness teams, the plan is this. It's very simple. You put Darkness up, you use the move Call Darkness, and then you let Nocturnal Strike do some serious damage. Okay, what do I mean by serious damage? Well, look at this team. Well, that only does 420. Sorry. 706 flying damage from that one, and then we have 658 flying damage from that one. Problem is, it only has a 50% hit chance unless the opponent is blinded. Call Darkness provides blind. There are some There are a few details you need to be careful of, like elementals are not blinded, so you can't use Call Darkness against an elemental and expect to hit it. But let's talk about that later, because this is not an easy battle. I can almost tell how good my opponent is by this move right here. Do they Curse of Doom? Do they Curse of Doom, knowing that I am going to use Blinding Poison on them? Ah! They did. Which means they are not as formidable of an opponent as they could be. So where do we want to take the haunt damage from? Let's take it with the Bone Serpent, because the Bone Serpent has 1644 health. These two pets both low health, so you do have to... Ooh, that one hurt. Oh, why do you have to do that while I'm making this video? Now we can say that this is an RNG win. Haunt missed because of the darkness. Now, that's not something you want to rely on, of course, but it's going to happen. It's going to work out in your favor sometimes. So let me hit this right here. What are... Oh, and then I'm getting some serious RNG action going here. Where am I? Oh, okay. Sorry, meaning what map am I on here? Alright, well, you know, chalk this up to RNG. I mean, I think I was going to win anyway. I was fairly confident that I was going to win. However, the Haunt missed, which is huge. Whenever Haunt misses, that's huge, because it's on a... It used to not be huge before the Valk got a nerf. Okay, hold on, I need to think about something real quick. If you gate me, I'll be fine. How much damage does this do? 77? I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. What I don't want to happen is for... Okay, you gated me there, that's cool. I could deal with that. Alright, now here's the thing with the Junglebeak. So always hits if the target is blinded. Okay. I was trying to take that imp out right there. I think it's a moot point right now. Yeah. Okay, well there you go. So, you know, maybe you should take a look at some of the WOD videos. I wish I had like a library that showed all of the videos that pets appeared in. That sounds like a major project, but maybe someday. But I did play with those the darkness teams a lot, and Warlords, all three of those. You can see, oh, not that one. You can see how often I played those. They were very good back then. They're still very good now. I would say this is still one of my very best teams. Just because Darkness does so well against healing teams. It does well against Teroclaw Hatchling. It surprisingly, I've had a tough time with Sunny Day teams sometimes. When you have 3 Sunny Day teams, the reason being is because, I'm sorry, well, of course I'm going to have trouble taking down 3 teams. When you have 3 Sunny Day pets, they can change the weather, or the 3 pets with sunlight, they can all change the weather, and you're not going to be able to hit them with Nocturnal Strike. You're only going to be hitting it 40% of the time if they're elementals. So it's not good against every healing team, but with the exception of some Sunny Day teams, Rich Girls and Darkness in general is great. So let me just, I think this is all that I'm gonna do now. Let me just take a quick scan over here. This is another good team. It's a Cyclone with a Junglebeak third, so you actually have an extra Rain Dance. It only has 10 wins, but I actually use this team a lot before I started keeping records. So yeah, this is a really good team too, because again, it's the clone dance along with the Junglebeak that provides some extra synergy with the Cyclone. It provides another rain dance essentially, and then it has Nocturnal Strike. It has some self synergy there, and it hits like a truck. PP, damn. So that is up there. These two teams were two of my best, and Warlords. Undead received a nerf. I played Rick Frostley and Legion a few times. It's still good. However, you used to be able to beat triple critter teams with it, but you can't anymore due to the undead nerf. So, and you saw Dundid Kid yesterday. I think that's about it. Frankly, I haven't come up with anything too great in Legion, but now that I think I'm ready to get back into doing some pet battles here, we'll see what I can't come up with. And I'm going to go out and get all of the raiding with leashes pets now. Well, I'm going to get some of them now. But I hope I could go out and get none of them. That would be horrible. But thanks for watching again. 5 of the 6 teams I used are indeed the very best. Maybe Bronzemaster Arson. Maybe it's a notch below all the other ones you've seen, but still hitting at over 90%. We'll see how that goes with when we get some more battles under our belt. But thanks for watching. Good luck on the on getting your very best achievement done if you're watching this for that reason. Excuse me, the very best quest done. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. You can also email me at discodoggy, WOW, at gmail.com. Thanks for watching.